Greetings to all you beautiful, wonderful people. My name is Matt. You are watching my channel Geekstalgia right here on YouTube, and today on the channel in this video we're opening up some more toys. We're opening up this. It is the Multiverse Batman from the upcoming movie The Flash from Warner Bros. And DC Studios, a movie that I am very much excited for, mostly because of this version of Batman with Michael Keaton returning to the role for the first time since, I want to say, 1992 when Batman Returns came out, the fantastic Batman Returns. I love Michael Keaton as Batman. He was probably the first Batman, live action Batman at least, I saw. First Batman I interacted with was Kevin Conroy's Batman in Batman animated series. I'm rambling already, so let's not waste any more time. Let's free him from this plastic prison and see what figure goodness lies inside. Now, all two of you regular viewers will know that normally in my unboxing videos, I usually cut to the table facing this with the camera in front of me facing that way. But in this video, we're gonna try something a little bit different. We're gonna have the camera coming towards us to see my true reaction to this figure. So, let's give it a go. Now, as always, we take a closer look at the box before we tear it all open to get that figure goodness inside. So on the front, we have the usual from McFarlane plastic window packaging with the figure inside. We have Michael Keaton's Batman in there. We can see the accessories. Looks like we've got a grapnel gun, a batarang, two extra punchy fist hands. We have a trading card, and probably behind him will be the usual black circle stand. We have the DC Multiverse logo. We have the Flash movie logo as well. We have Batman at the bottom. 12+, because as we know, we shouldn't be putting the small parts in our mouths because we will choke and we will die, so don't do that. On the sides, the usual stuff. We've got the Multiverse logo, we've got the DC Universe logo. There's a QR code to download. I'm assuming a McFarlane app or some DC app. I might download it, probably won't. I have loads of apps on my phone that I don't use anyway. On the other side, Batman, Multiverse, The Flash, and on the back, a really cool portrait of Michael Keaton's Batman to admire. So that is the box. Let's get him free from there and get that figure out, shall we? So he is finally free. That took way too much effort to get him out. Far too much plastic in there. What a waste of plastic to keep him secure inside. But that is the figure free from his plastic prison. But as all two of you regular viewers will know, we take a closer look at the accessories before we take a closer look at the figure. So we have, as we said, we can see in the box, the Batman trading card, I guess you could call it, with the portraits on the back of the box on there as well. We have a blurb. I mean, you know about this already. You should know what Batman is. Real name, Bruce Wayne, if you didn't know that already. When Barry Allen arrives in an alternate 2013, he urgently seeks out the expertise of his friend and mentor, Bruce Wayne. But the one he finds in the multiverse is different on all fronts. Older, long retired from service as Gotham City's protector, and somehow even more hardened than the billionaire superhero Barry has grown to know. With a global threat on the horizon, Bruce Wayne must decide whether he can become Batman once more. Sounds like going for a bit of a Batman Beyond kind of esque Batman in there. We'll wait and see when we watch the film. We also have, I will do close-ups, trust me, the grapnel launcher, silver painted. It looks like the grapnel launcher from the 89 and 1992 Batman Returns movie. We have a batarang, again in the same kind of design from Keaton's movies in silver, and two closed fist punchy hands, because Batman always needs to be punching the living daylights out of all the criminals. Now, one thing that I noticed straight away with this figure, which is very different to other Batman figures that have been released in the past, is we have a cloth cape, which is actually really cool. It's not a wired cape that you kind of get with the more high-end expensive figures like Mafex, Hot Toys, that kind of stuff, but really cool. We used to get like cloth capes on the basic action figures, the Kenner figures from way back when. They kind of clipped on around the back of the neck, which is really cool. I missed cloth capes. This is actually really awesome. It's nice to have a really cool cloth cape. It's not posable, like I said, it's not wired, but it's a nice little touch. Now, first impressions in hand, I am very impressed. I really like him. It's bringing back a lot of nostalgia, which is something that I live on and love. A lot of nostalgia for the Keaton movies, which are fantastic. If you haven't seen them, what are you doing with your life? Go and watch them. Likeness wise, he looks pretty decent. I mean, all you can see is his chin and mouth. He looks, you know, I guess from most angles, it looks like Michael Keaton's mouth and chin. Eyes look really cool. Paintwork looks pretty decent. I mean, it's pretty much black all the way around, other than the famous Keaton chest logo and the eyes and obviously the mouth and chin. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. So let's take a closer look at his articulation. Now the head does indeed go all the way around, which I don't know if he can do that in the upcoming Flash movie, but he definitely couldn't do it in his own movies. He's kind of famous for it. The high kind of full-on shoulder turn to turn around. Head doesn't really go backwards. Does go forward a little bit because, you know, Batman does have to brood and face downwards. Can't really get much of a T pose on the shoulders, but there is a butterfly joint in there as well. We've got a pinned double elbow joint. Wrists do indeed go up, wrists do indeed go down, and they do indeed go all the way around. But it's the usual kind of articulation we get from a McFarlane figure. Pretty standard. We've got twist at the ribs, which is pretty stiff on this figure. I'm not going to force that because I've had some bad issues with McFarlane figures in the past with stiffness. There is a twist at the waist that does indeed go all the way around. Legs go a lot further out than the arms do, but as per usual with McFarlane, you do get that kind of nappy slash diaper look on the legs there. Double knee joint, pinned double knee joint. We've got some kind of dirt green kind of paint effect on the boots. I'm not sure why that is there, if that is necessary. Ankles do go pretty far up. Bring that closer. And they go pretty far down. And they do indeed go all the way around. And more importantly, we have toe bend. So am I impressed with this figure? Absolutely I am. I really, really like him. Like I said, it's the one figure that I wanted as soon as it was announced that Michael Keaton was indeed returning to the role of Batman in the Flash movie. I knew there'd be a figure of him. I knew I had to get him because I do adore the Keaton Batman movies. I like all Batman movies, even Batman and Robin, and if you don't like it, you're lying. But this figure, I am very, very impressed with. I have seen renders of the other figures of Batman, the unmasked figure, which I do have on pre-order, where the kind of renders looks a bit more like Ray Liotta, but we'll take a closer look when we get that figure in that video. As for this one, I really, really like him. I love the fact that he has this cloth cape. It is a big, big cloth cape. That is a nice little touch. Again, it brings a lot of nostalgia to me for the old Kenner figures I had from the Keaton Batman movies. Why they ever stopped having cloth capes, I don't know. Went to that full plastic, they were there. Anywho, this figure, love him. I am going to give him, wow, let's say, I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10 because that would just be silly, but let's say a nice high 8.5 out of 10. And there we go, guys. That was the Multiverse Batman from the upcoming Flash movie. Opened up, ready to join the ever-expanding collection of toys behind me, there, and soon to be over there at some point probably as well. Who knows, I'll find space for them somewhere. Now, if you enjoyed this new format, or if you liked my rambling about how I film these videos, or rambling about this figure, then please give the video a like, share, subscribe, do all that wonderful YouTube stuff. You do you, I'm not your dad. But until the next video, wherever it may be, whenever it may come your way, take care of yourselves, take care of your fellow humans. Thank you so, so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon.